Chris for My MMA News here with Reece Ward at 302 Jiu-Jitsu in Wilmington, Delaware, ahead of his Stellar Fights 42 contest against Antonio Lopez, which will take place in Harrington, Delaware at the Exhibition Hall. First and foremost, I got to thank my man Reece.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you bringing home, man.
How you feeling?
I'm doing good, man. So I see you just got done training. You got the little one across the cage. Tell me what's going on in life, man. Outside of the cage, what's going on as far as what do you do on a daily?
I work nonstop. It's
Nonstop.
It's either work, go home, or the gym. That's literally the only three places I'm spending my time.
Only.
That's it. Make the money.
Man of focus.
Yep. That's it. Those are the only three things I need right now: family, my job, and this. That's it.
So you're taking on Antonio Lopez, and for lack of better words, you have a plethora of experience over this guy. He's making his debut. You're about 8 fights in? 10 fights in.
If you include my kickboxing fights.
Right, okay. So what do you know about this guy? Obviously, he's a debut fighter, but do you know anything about him going into the contest?
Honestly, no. I don't know much about him. I know the gym he comes from. I think James has fought, 2 or 3 dudes from Bower House. I think another one of my teammates has fought somebody from Bower House, but all I know is this is his first fight. So that's honestly a big advantage for me, just the fact I bring in so much experience into the cage. Like, my record, like I've said before, my record doesn't reflect the fighter I am.
Right.
So I feel like it's just a fight I gotta get through. Go through, smash this kid real quick, and then just keep going on. Like, for me, this is the road to redemption. This is, I smash this kid, I let everybody know, like, this is it, I'm coming.
Right.
And then from there on, it's just, I don't see myself losing anybody anytime soon at this point.
I mean, you were talking about your record, but that's needless to say. We were talking with your coaches beforehand. Your record doesn't speak about your ability at all. What I'm saying is you fought tough, the top of the top. I mean, you fought your teammate Ben Moser before, who was Stellar Fights champion. I mean, the experience, it plays well into your factor. What have you taken from the teammates that you've taken, that you fought before, also, and 302 in general, to add into your game plan to put into this contest?
I can definitely say, out of all 10 fights, Ben is my hardest.
Yeah.
Ben was by far, Ben's the only dude out of any of those fights to finish me.
Yeah.
If you watch any of my fights, I've never got my ass beat. Never been finished.
No.
Never. There's been times I've been wobbled but still wasn't close to finish. Ben is the only person that ever finished me. And to have somebody like that, like, we work every time. That every time we spar, it's like we fight again. Like, this dude pushes me. As soon as we finish, he's telling me. And then I think just going back, like, if we go back to my record doesn't reflect my skills. It reflects, I think it more so reflects the mentality that I had when I fought. I feel like I never fought with the right mentality. I feel like everybody said the same thing, like, I fought very good competition.
Yeah.
But I hung with that competition every time. I feel like every time I lost, that was, I fucked myself.
Yeah.
And then just having this team, I've got dudes like Steve McCabe.
Yeah.
He's got a fucking plethora of knowledge. Like, everybody's like, oh, Steve's a great striker. No, Steve is a great MMA fighter.
Yeah, he's a good fighter, period.
And he's a great MMA coach, a great MMA trainer. And then I have Larry Edwards. Larry Edwards is another guy that I never want to go to battle without. Him and Steve McCabe, I never want to go to battle without. Like, Larry is there. He gives me especially for my grappling, he helps me immensely on my grappling. He's a great black belt. And then the mental part of the game as well. Like, me and him will sit and talk for damn near an hour or so, just about the mentality of the game, the things we need to do. So if you put all that together, you've got savages like Ben, you've got James Lyons, you've got Trouble, you've got Andre Petrosky, I've got Joe Piper that comes in every once in a while, and you've got all these dudes. Then you add the coaches such as Steve, you add Larry, you add Trouble again to the equation as a coach. Like, it just builds great. Like,
Our man Ryan Courtney, who's going to be the main event that night, also in the building.
New champ. So it's just, I think just this environment builds great fighters, and I think it took me a while to get myself just acclimated and comfortable to the aspect of it. And they brought me in. I didn't start with this gym.
Yeah, I know.
I started down in Smyrna, and I was with a totally different gym, and things just didn't work out for the MMA aspect wise. And then I switched here without even hesitation. They accepted me in. They worked with me. As soon as I met Steve, me and him started working. So literally, just for me from this point on, it's just like starting Saturday. All these wins that are about to rack up for me is more so just a thank you to them for giving me this environment, staying with me through all these losses and stuff. And now was just like, all right, like, let me give y'all my appreciation. Let me go beat some ass. Let me go pave this way real quick. Like I said, this is my road to redemption real quick.
So do you plan on making an example out of Antonio Lopez? Like you said, it seems like you have a lot to repay your coaches. Do you plan on making an example out of him? Or are you taking him as serious as could possibly be? I mean, what's your mentality going into the fight? Because, I mean, it seems like you're determined. You're going to finish this dude. You're going to whoop his ass. You're going to get it done. But, I mean, you never know. A debut, you don't know much about. He could come in and be swinging for the fence, and you never know. I mean, anything happens in the fight game. So what are you expecting out of Antonio Lopez?
I have to go into this fight the same way I go in every fight. I expect to beat the dude's ass. I expect to fight. I expect him to try to take my head off. So if you think about it, the last debut where I fought was Ben.
Yeah.
That's it. And that kid's a savage. Like,
Right.
he had that shit. Like, he was raised to do that shit. So, you, especially with a debuter, you never know who you're coming into. So I have to expect him to be, like, the best debuter ever. Like, that's how I'm looking at this kid. This kid's coming in. He's going to throw shit at me I've probably never seen. I'm going to be, like, it's just, he's another opponent. They're all the same to the extent of they're trying to hurt me. They're trying to get that W over me. They're trying to take what I'm working for. So, yeah, I want to make an example out of him. I want to make an example out of everybody I put my hands on in the cage. But for this one, it's just going to be a little more special because of the background to it. Just because of the background of just, like, what's led up to this. Like, and we're going to keep it 100. We're going to keep it very much 100. I shouldn't be fighting a debut. No, shouldn't.
Well,
I got 8 fights MMA.
Right.
But when you have a record like mine, that's what happens.
Right.
So we just got to keep it moving. Like I said, he will be made an example of. That's exactly what it's going to be. Like, went through the school of hard knocks, welcome to class. Like, that's exactly what it is.
Following that question, how do you get your hand raised that night? How do you get the W? How do you walk away in spectacular fashion? Call your shot.
Call my shot.
Call your shot.
First round.
First round.
I think I'm going to rock him.
Yeah.
I think he's either going to die for my leg or he's just going to go down after getting rocked. And I'm submit him.
Sounds good. You want to even call out your submission?
I'm going to choke him.
Choke him.
I'm going to choke him.
Okay. Tell the fans how they can get up with you on social media, keep up with you, fight news, how they can get tickets from you, everything. Let the fans know how to keep up.
Cool. Follow me on Instagram at Reece Ward, _, all one. Follow me on Facebook just at Reece Ward. You can hit me up on Facebook, Instagram. I'll get everything in the DMs, get the tickets from me. Baby. And then just, yeah, come into the gym, 302 BJJ. We're out here on Kirkwood Highway. I think we're 3904 Evelyn Drive, Wilmington, Delaware. Come out, get the tickets, or just come in and train. I feel like we're definitely one of the best gyms in the state, in the tri-state, definitely. So come out, see us.
For Reece Ward, I'm Adam Christ, MyMMAnews.com. Keep it locked for all your fight news needs, and we will see you at Stellar Fights 42. Reece, I appreciate it.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.